The events of 1984 made Sikhs examine their own religion. What is it? Why are we under attack? What are our teachings? You look again more closely at your religion at times like that. And when in looking closer and looking at the world around you, you realize that Sikh values, Sikh teachings have something very positive to offer. Emphasis on human rights and equality of all people, tolerance, real tolerance, respect for other religions. These things are very important in giving a sense of direction to life. So, in a sense, that is something positive that came out of the trauma of 1984.
As I near the end of my journey, my head is in a whirl. My questions are now more personal than political. Learning about 1984 has affected me deeply. But what should I do now? Should I be making changes to my life? I'm heading north to meet a young woman who I hope can give me some clarity. 1984 has played a huge part in Harbinder Kaur's life. I find her at the Gatka martial arts class in Doncaster that she runs with her husband.
This is Gatka in full swing.
They wanted to take the anger they felt at the events of 25 years ago and channel it into something positive.
Gatka is, as much as it is martial, is very spiritual as well.
We come from such a rich history, it's criminal to almost leave it behind. Bless us with the ability to be able to carry on this martial art. Bless us with the
Leading this class is just part of a dramatic change in Harbinder that started when she read an account of the assault on the Golden Temple.
I remember coming downstairs, looking at my dad and just falling and crying. And he said, you know, what's wrong? And I said, I cannot believe that something of this magnitude has happened with us. And I'm, you know, here I am, completely lost. I don't have a clue as to who I am.
So before you were baptised in 2005, was your hair short? What was it like?
My hair wasn't short, but it was curly. You know, I didn't have a turban. I didn't, you know, I didn't dress the way that I do.
You look more like me?
Absolutely.
And are you more content now?
Prior to 2005, I'd walk with my hunched shoulders, you know, down the street. And I was almost, to be honest, I was just another brown face in the crowd. To me, that's what I was. Now I walk with a presence, and that presence is only there, I can say, absolutely, most definitely, it's only there because of my turban.
I admire Harbinder Kaur for the changes she's made, especially her decision to wear a turban. And I keep thinking of all the people I was told about who were attacked or killed because they wore a turban. I've realised for the first time quite how important it is for a Sikh to be identified as a Sikh. And that's made me question how I look and practice my faith. If I'm honest, I'm a Sikh who's bending the rules to suit herself. I'm avoiding the tougher decisions. And even though I feel guilty, becoming baptised would be a huge challenge. Never being able to cut my hair would be very difficult for me to follow, especially as a woman living in the West doing the job that I do. I don't know whether I will ever get to that point. Who knows? At the moment, I'm still travelling on that path. I'm not quite there yet. But I've experienced something I never thought would happen. For the first time, I actually feel connected to my full Sikh name. After going on this journey, that's the one significant change that I have really felt. I'm so proud of the name that I was given by birth, my proper full Sikh name, and the frustrating part of this is that I can't go back to being Jaswinder Kaur Sidhu. I have to be Sonia Diol, because that's how everybody knows me. But if I could, I would right now change it to Jaswinder Kaur Sidhu, which just makes me feel brilliant inside. As for the events of 1984, the attack on the Golden Temple should never have happened. It was ill thought out, and the repercussions were devastating. I used to think 84 was all about politics. Now I think it's about innocent people and the high price they've had to pay. I can never again visit India without feeling the grief and sadness of those I met. It'll always be a beautiful and sacred place, But the bloodstains on the marble have told me a different story, which will be impossible to forget.